Quick video for you guys. Right here we have the room-to-room multicolor touch lamp. This is something that you can get from Five Below. I thought it was pretty interesting because it's no battery power. It just has a USB-C inside of it. And you actually tap the top of the lamp to change the colors. And I believe it has up to 16 up to 16 colors right here. And we're going to go through each one so you guys can see it, because they actually have some decent products, especially if you have a younger child or an adult and you just want to add some color illumination to your room. It's not about the price, it's about how long the product works. So let's get right into this review. So right outside of the box, this is going to be protected with a cover film, but I already took that off so you didn't have to go through that process. We have the instruction manual right here, which has the actual controls inside. And over here, we have the USB-C cable. Now you can use a different one if you choose to, but just make sure that you plug it up to a reasonable power supply, because if it's too strong, I noticed that the lamp didn't come on. I plugged it up to like a 65 watt, it didn't come on. And when I tried it hooked up to my computer or something else, like a regular wall outlet, it was good to go. Now here is the lamp itself in all its glory. So it is a clear lamp, as you can see. The touch control is actually right here. So that's probably why this part is silver. So it could be sensitive to touch, but there's nothing else about it. There's no physical buttons or anything. There's no on and off button in terms of a physical button, but you can actually use the tap controls to turn it off. So with that being said, let's go over the controls, how to make it brighter, how to turn it off, and how to change the actual colors themselves. So on the right hand side, where I'm pointing, you should see the controls right there. So I'll keep that up there for anyone that may have lost the paper or is just interested in what I have to say and want to follow along. So first things first, the back of this has a USB-C right here. So I'm going to use this plugged up to my computer, one of my cables, plug it in. It did do a little flash, but it means it has power to it. I don't know if all of them do that, but mine does. So I'm going to tap it. There we go. That is how you turn it on. If you keep tapping this, it will go through the entire color cycle. So there's different blues, there's different shades of green. It's more so the same colors, but different shades of those colors. So like a brighter red, a red that's practically pink. When you get to white, you tap it one more time, then it goes off. Now, that is how you turn it on. Tap it once. Keep tapping in order to go through the color cycle. If you want to turn it off faster, either you unplug it or you go through the entire cycle. There's no button to turn it off unless you go through the cycle. Now you can also change the brightness for this, which I think is cool. So let me use a brighter color. So purple, for example. If I hold it, it's actually going to dim the light. And if you hold your finger on it again, it's going to brighten the light. Now, it seems like the initial brightness of this is when you first turn it on. So it's not a super, super bright light. This is something that's good. Like if you was to, like I mentioned earlier in the video, on your bedside, like a night light type situation. Or if you have this on your computer desk and you have a bunch of colors and stuff, or you just want something that can stay plugged up to your computer or wall outlet for your setup, which I'm a computer geek, so this is why I say these things. I think that this actually does a pretty good job. I will put this on my wife's desk, but she got enough cords already. Anyway, I'm going to go through the color cycle one more time for people to see that. I think this is nice. And I believe this was $10. I know it was on a $10 shelf. I forget the exact price tag, but it was between $8 to $10 in case you're wondering, at Five Below before taxes. And again, it's not the most highest end thing in the world. Let me dim it for anyone. There we go. Hold that to dim. And then you hold it again in order to brighten. White is easier to see when you change the color. It looks white on my end. It may look like a different color because of the background and stuff. And you tap it one more time to basically turn it off. So all in all, I do think that this is a nice light. I don't know how long it's going to last in terms of longevity, because it is cheaply made. You can definitely tell that. But not everyone is looking for the best quality in the world. Sometimes you just want something that looks nice, that's cool looking. I think that this is a decent buy, but I'll leave it up to you guys to decide that. And again, it's called the room-to-room light, and you can get it from Five Below. Anyway, like and subscribe like always, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Till then, take care, be safe, and peace.